can see. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you guys are new, hello, I am Yasmin. If you have not already, please like and subscribe, Capricorn. I apologize. I'm going to make sure I double up on you guys this week. I appreciate your patience. We're going to go ahead and get straight into your reading. I have not done a general, so we're going to take our time with this reading today. I'm going to pull a few oracles for you. You guys already know I'm not a huge person with oracles. I'm not a huge proponent for oracles. Give me a second. Let me clean off the camera. I am not a huge person when it comes down to oracles, but that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. Hey, Courtney. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get started. This is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorn, this is going to be including everything for you. Your love, your money, how you're feeling, all of those things. So let's go ahead and get it. This is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorn. We're going to get 3 cards here. Oh, that's too many. Okay, so you guys have Fortress, you have Scuba Diver. Oh, we're going to leave these on the side because maybe that is a story, but I really don't use so many cards at once. And then you got Handcuffs. Okay. All right, let's go ahead. Let's start talking about it. Let's see what's coming out here for you guys. You know, it's interesting. I'm not going to do it in order. I'm just going to do it based on how I feel. And if you pay attention to the handcuffs, I do feel like there could be, I don't know why, I feel like there is some institution involved dealing with the law. It could be a court system or domestic violence or some type of, oh, maybe I probably shouldn't have said that. But some type of DV case, something that you guys may be still dealing with, something in the past, okay? I am seeing something of that nature because usually with the handcuffs, I do not go directly to police. I don't, but with this one, I do, only because I see castle. And this feels like this is something dealing with a home. I don't, and then you also had this as well, which feels like court to me. And then you have broken vase, okay? I'm just going to be honest. You had the telephone too. So it does look like there is some sort of, like there needs to be the law involved, and it can end up going to some type of court case or something like that. For some of you, that's not going to happen for everyone, okay? Something that somebody breaks or break into or try to get into, and of course, what do? You call the law, okay? Same thing. You got castle here and fortress. You see how this is talking about how you need to protect yourself? Even with this one, it's basically saying a fortress and a castle. What happens when a castle is trying to be protected? There's a fortress that ends up around it in order to keep people from going into their house. So some of you guys probably need to put better protection or look into getting some type of protection on your home, whether this has something to do with cameras or a system, some type of security system. This is what I'm going to tell you, okay? Nothing to be afraid over, but it will, pretty much kind of deter people away from your home if they see it. Now, something else that I'm seeing here too is that for some of you, I do feel like there is going to be some type of communication coming in here from you, to you from someone that you haven't spoken to in a very long time. We're going to find out who that could be. I also see a lawsuit that has nothing to do with criminal, but I do see a lawsuit. It's like a trial of some sort that you're going to be getting communication from lawyers, I'm hearing. I also see that there's also family issues or something dealing with a family with this scuba diver. Four is home. This is home. 4. I just not noticed it. You had 2 4s here that's sitting on the table. All 4s deal with home. You had 2 cards that deal with the home. Fortress, castle is your home. Let me see what this is all about. I'm trying to figure out ancestry, something dealing with an inheritance, something that you guys may inherit from your family. Let me see. I usually don't get this many And usually when it comes out, I'm just going to tell you that you need to pay attention with something dealing with your house or your home or family. Baggage. Some of you may be moving. Okay, there's been some disharmony in a home. That's backwards. I don't really do backwards cards, but there has been some disharmony, which will make sense because there's problems, there's obstacles. Someone who's probably stubborn within the house, or a family member in general who's just trying to cause you trouble. Yeah, because fives, both here talks about hassles and problems. Someone's trying to complicate things within your house, within your home. I don't know. I kind of feel like some of you guys are going to pack up and leave here with the baggage, or you're trying to get away from a situation that has been out of control. I feel like the coins here talks about a decision that you're going to be making pretty soon about something dealing with where you're living. Someone is obviously dealing with a Taurus. I see Taurus everywhere, and a Scorpio or a Virgo. I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Tarot. We're going to see what's going on with this scuba diver. So here with the scuba diver says, going within, observation, self-examination. Interesting. Virgo energy. Virgo energy. You have Virgo energy again. Some of you guys feel isolated, or you have not left the house, or you feel disconnected from other people. Let's see. Why is this here? Let's clarify the scuba diver energy here for Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn. One-sided relationship. Some of you guys are complaining about you're giving too much to somebody in your family, a lover or something like that. There's somebody who has needed to pay some debt that they have not paid you, and this is probably another reason why there's court in your reading. Here it is again, another 5. You have, I'm doing all uprights, which is good. This Ten of Swords is in the upright, which is really good. And then you had the Ace of Swords, which will be in an upright. Clarity is coming, or some type of clarity will be coming out of a situation, or a win. Because remember, the Ace of Swords talks about a winning situation. So there's been a lot of hardships dealing with something with family, or with your stability. Now, the reason why I say that is because some of you guys may be having a hard time staying where you are, or being able to pay for the place that you're staying at. There is like that 5 of Pentacles is letting me know that you guys have had some hardships dealing with your finances. And some of you guys may have been relying on other people, or needing to receive some support from others, and you have not received it. So the scuba diver is like feeling alone, feeling by yourself, feeling like you don't have support or help in some kind of area. This could be with people who are living with you, whether they're living with you or not. I'm seeing that for some of you guys, that I think we saw earlier, this coin toss talks about a decision. The Ace of Swords is you getting clarity about what decision you're going to be making, pertaining to something dealing with your stability or your home life. Here with that 5 of Pentacles, there's been a lot of hardships and suffering, baby. You see it even here. I'm only getting it off of this card because of 5. 5 even talked about it twice. Hardship, misfortune, trial, you guys have taken setbacks, even here with the big complicated situation. So you guys are going to overcome whatever trials you have been enduring. With divorce or feeling ruined, maybe you've been feeling like you have hit the rock bottom, that you're not going to be able to overcome something that you have experienced. That's just not true. But I do see overcoming here. Very emotional time here for you too, here with the Queen of Cups. I think I've talked about it earlier, how some of you guys are possibly dealing with a Scorpio. We're going to go ahead and see what's going on with this Fortress. We are going to get to love a little bit later. This is for Capricorn. Some of you guys are needing to find something, fill out paperwork, and I feel like you guys have been avoiding it, or you have not been wanting to. I don't know why. Yeah, Judgment, Ten of Wands, and a Page of Swords. Ten of Wands is saying that something is going to, whatever has been heavy on you, or you've been taking a responsibility for other people, which is what we saw earlier, baggage, right? Ten of Wands talk about baggage. It's so funny how they're all on point. This talks about unresolved issues and what happens when you cannot solve something with someone who's stubborn. We saw that earlier. It says you are over the limit. This is overdone. This is, I can't take this anymore. So you're making a decision here with this judgment call to move away, to start a new beginning here, to move away from a problem. And I don't know why I see that some of you guys are leaving the home, leaving a house, leaving a town. Some of this for some of you could be like leaving a job, because Force talks about stability. This is too much work. This is too much responsibility. You're not giving it to anyone else. I'm the one that's working more hours. I'm not getting paid half of what this other person is getting paid. This really is a test of faith. And it does feel like for a lot of you guys, you are just done. So I do see even here for the Page of Swords, you guys are looking for another place to stay, looking for other jobs, and there is going to be some type of resolution, like I said, because you had the Ace of Swords there. So that's something that I'm saying. Communication is going to come in through some type of new work. Exactly. You were the backbone of the family, or you were the backbone of some type of like, if it was a romantic relationship, family, like everyone looked to you for help. That's what I'm saying here with that Fortress. Let's get handcuffs. Let's see what's going to come out here for Capricorn. There it is again, Virgo in the upright. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with a Virgo. Ten of Cups. Oh, out of control family member. Okay. You got the harvest time is coming and the world card. There's a cycle that's about to complete. It's interesting because the handcuffs are open. Whatever you've been restricted to, there's about to be freedom here. Again, like I said before, I got to keep this part general because it's going to be different for everybody. And this is why I like general readings, because this could be with a job. This could be with family. This could be a romantic relationship. This could even be with someone that you are roommating with. You're like, I've said this before. I forget that people do roommates. They have roommates. And you are the one that's, you know, have all the responsibility to pay for certain things that maybe you weren't even supposed to pay for. Hence the reason why I look at this, and this looks like contracts. You're getting out of some type of contract or commitment because someone is not holding up their end of the bargain. So here with the World card, it is going to be a completion of some type of cycle that you guys have been in. The handcuffs are open, which means freedom. I do feel the World card is still talking about unresolved issues. So even when you move away from this problem, there's still going to be residual effects. So let's just say if it has something to do with a romantic partnership, you know, you're still going to be feeling the feelings for that person, even if you're not together. If it has something to do with family members, you're going to get the back blow from other family members, okay? Maybe even with a job. Unfortunately, if you leave one job, okay, there could be you know, maybe a boss that's trying to keep you from getting somewhere else or something like that. I do see it. You're going to successfully overcome it, but I do see that there's still some unresolved issues from a situation that you have been trying to get out of, or it could be the person will make it or trying to make it hard for you to move on and on to be successful here with this World card. I don't know why I feel like it's a family situation though. I really do. And for a lot of you, like I said, you've been a black sheep of the family. You've been the one that's been always helping. And now you are gaining inner strength to move away from a situation that's been extremely hard for you. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot. This is going to be for Capricorn. We're going to see what's going to come out here for Capricorn. Capricorn. Yeah, exactly. Give me liberty or give me death. Okay. Oh, sorry. I got makeup under my fingers. Yeah, a lot of you guys are like, I want freedom. There's just been a restrictive situation that has been going on with you. Seriously, you had it here again. Ten of Swords. You got that Ten of Swords, which is coming out a lot. And I like that energy because it's like you guys are about to end again. That's another word or another card for ending some painful situation that you've been enduring for a very long time here. Some of you guys may even sneak away because with the Seven of Swords, it's almost like you don't want anyone to know where you're going, or you have to be very strategic about what you're doing because, again, you got someone who may be trying to sabotage you in some kind of way. There's people asking for money. So this is like you guys getting money. You guys are moving up at your jobs and you can't let other people know because you know they're going to be asking for it. It's like everything that you do, you have to keep it on the low, unfortunately. Let's keep going. So let's go to the love part for a second. I'm going to kind of jump back and forth because the reading is basically going to show you back and forth energy. There's somebody here who wants to see you. Okay, now it's going to be up to you if you know, oblige to this person's invitation. Okay, because this is someone that I feel that you know from the past. For some of you, this is someone that you did know but did not know very much of. This could have been like an associate or acquaintance, right? And you guys liked each other, but it didn't really go anywhere. It could have also been an actual lover. Could be baby father here with the King of Wands. Sometimes it represents that. You also have a child here at the bottom of the deck. This could be the reason why you are trying to protect your home. Like I said before, for some of you, you know, it is a DB case, okay, for some of you guys. And the Seven of Swords is like, again, someone trying to sneak in. We talked about that earlier, okay? And it doesn't have to be harm. It could mean that this is beware of someone's tactics and trying to get into your life, try to come into your life. Be careful of that. Be wise as wolves, right? So I do see that for a lot of you that this could be like a love interest that you know, because this person has your phone number and they are going to be messaging you. That's what we saw earlier with the telephone, right? I just thought about that again. Yes, that's what we saw. So there's going to be some type of communication, and I want to see how you're going to respond to this. I do see that you have like basically shut down. You don't want to have nothing to do with this person. I mean, I do feel like before I open my big mouth, let me just be quiet for a second. Let me see what you're going to really do. I see what they're doing, but I need to see how you're going to react. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to disengage. I don't know. That Six of Swords is not really helping you any. Unfortunately, it didn't help you. Remember when I talked about this whole moving away energy? This could be something in the future, y'all. I'm just telling you, this may not resonate completely right now, but there's parts of it that I feel like will or is. You know, there is someone here who I feel like you either fell in love with, you had children with, or someone that there was a family unit, okay? And so with the Six of Swords, it's like, can we move towards peace, right? Because remember, we saw that something was broken. What is broken? Maybe the trust. There was something broken into a relationship. That's where the betrayal energy was coming from. We saw earlier so many times in the reading. So the Six of Swords, someone is pulling her. She's not even really doing anything. She's just sitting there. So this is making me feel that someone is pulling on your heartstrings, okay? Pulling on your heartstrings. Hey, baby, I want to come back. Again, we saw decisions earlier, remember? With the coin toss. It's going to be up to you if you decide to let this person back in. Now, I already know what's going to happen, but I'm going to keep pulling and then I'll tell you later. But this is what a lot of you guys are going to be experiencing. So if you thought you got away from someone, if you think that you're moving away from someone, that's just really not the case. I feel like there's still very much so a lot of love that you have for this person that's still around, and you are going to get pulled back into this. So let me see if you're going to end up moving away, because I still feel like some of you guys were living in the house with this person. You had home so much in the beginning part of this reading, and it's starting to make sense to me. Let me see. Someone is packing their bags, or they already did, or they're threatening to. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to keep going. I'll tell you what this is. Love situation. This is so easy. I'm going to tell you about your money in a minute, just so I can end it off of that, because some of you guys have been having some problems with your finances, which is really not a Capricornian energy. But yeah, it's been some issues. And I feel like it's just because you've been overdoing too much, or maybe taking care of other family members, or taking care of people who are not helping out. It's something like that, Capricorn. So you got to be careful about, overextending yourself. So just based off of what I see, there is a separation here, especially if you are married. I see some of you guys are talking about husbands and wives. The truth of the matter is, the handcuffs even talked about how you are becoming free or breaking free of something that has been very restrictive. No one wants to be held hostage in their relationship. Okay. And even looking at the fortress, isn't that what happens? You feel like you're stuck here. I'm stuck in here. Please let me out. You guys are like, please, I need to get out of here. And so for a lot of you, emotionally, you could have been at that place. It wasn't always about the other person. This could have been you this whole time. You've been like, okay, I'll try to make it work. All right, I'll persevere. I'll try to stay. And it really wasn't anyone else. It was really you. But now, like I said before, the coin toss, which we saw earlier, is that you're going to make a judgment call, okay? You're going to make a decision to free yourself because you need peace. You need a peace of mind. That's just what it is. And I feel like the only conversation that a lot of you are going to have with your spouse, with your partner, even if they're not a spouse, is about the children, right? Okay, I want to see you. I want to see my children. That could be a way that they're going to get back in, because remember, we said that there's this little slick behavior. There's a sly behavior here. So just be aware of that. For those who are single, let me talk to you for a second. One thing that I do see that for some of you, you have been struggling to get over someone that you really thought was like a soulmate of yours. And, I don't know how long this person has been out of your life. I feel like maybe some of you've been at this place where trying to figure out if you should disconnect. And I do see that there is going to be a disconnection. And I hate to say that, but I do. There's going to be a moving on. The Six of Swords for you is basically saying moving on from a situation that's been very problematic. This is what we saw earlier. How much can you take in order to make something right? And it's not right. It's not working. Right? I don't care if you're dating. I don't care if you're moving towards marriage. With that type of reading, is kind of saying that, oh my God, one minute we're okay, then the next minute we're not. There's always some issue. We're always fighting. There's always some, tribulation. We saw that with both of the fives there. It's just a hardship connection. So the Two of Swords is saying, I need to make a decision. The King of Wands is saying, I am going to take action in that area. And for a majority of you, this is going to be a new beginning, which is the reason why the fortress is there. And you're going to stand your ground on your decision, not letting anyone persuade you in their direction. Because again, someone is pulling on your heartstrings here. And if you look at the Three of Pentacles, if it is a spouse, that's how they're going to come to you. Do you want to break up this family? Do you want to not be with me? Even though it may have been very traumatic. So that's one thing that I'm going to say, that for some of you, the process is still ongoing, but I do see that there's going to be a closing out of chapter here when it comes down to a love relationship. It doesn't matter what your status is. Feels like it's going to be something new. A lot of you are already split up or separated anyway. And if you are just dating, I do see them trying to come back in here, but I don't see them sticking. I don't see them sticking the landing. I just don't. Not in this reading. And it feels like there could be a third party involved, or another person that could be involved in this reading. I don't necessarily see it. I just feel like other things are getting in the way. And it has not been fair. I think we talked about earlier where the reciprocity in the connection has not been an even give and take. Let me go ahead and get your last few cards. This is going to be for Capricorn. Like I said before, new opportunities coming in here for your finances. That's going to help you out a lot. Because like I said before, some of you guys, I usually don't say this for Capricorns, but this is for those who have been having, very difficult financial problems, major financial problems. Those who have been in a red zone, you guys already know what my red zone is, right? Red zone is like some of you guys are barely able to pay your rent. Okay, so I need you guys to hear me when I talk about there is going to be some kind of drastic change to your home. Okay, that is specifically for you all who have been having difficulties with, money. And it has not been small difficulties, these been major problems here. So that's something that I'm saying. Let's see, you got Virgo. Oh my God, you got Virgo everywhere in your reading. Did y'all come across one of the low vibrational Virgos? Oh no. They're the worst. The worst of the worst. Tell you. All right. So you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. You do have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. A lot of emotional trauma. That's truly what I'm saying. You guys are so effing over it. We saw that in the beginning part of the reading. Where is it? What was the card? When I tell you that was such a perfect card, because now we're going right back to what we said in the beginning part of this reading. When I say you guys are so done, you're so effing done. Because you know how you can see a person when they're like standing outside, like maybe a construction worker, if they ever describe to you what it feels like to be outside and work without water. Okay, or you guys may have felt this yourself when you went on vacation and you went somewhere hot and you didn't drink water. You just feel drained. You just feel like, oh my God, this is draining. That's what this feels like to me. As far as energetically, the way that this person has made you feel, you can't take it anymore. So I do see that you guys are just done. Okay, and you are going to be moving on from this damn burden. That's what we saw with the Ten of Wands. And the truth of the matter is, you may have to be by yourself for a second. And it's not saying that there won't be other options, right? It's not saying that there won't be other people, but it is saying here with the Hermit, you had going within twice. I mean, you can't listen to anybody else. Y'all got huge major decisions that you're going to be put up against. So this is going to be you and only you. If you can get people who are going to be supportive of you and help you through the transition, then that's totally fine. But other than that, you cannot be asking your grandma, can't be asking your sister, you cannot be asking. And I even when you guys ask me, I'm like, don't ask me anything dealing with any decisions that you have to make. I just tell you what I see, because you need to walk that journey. Okay? And the Nine of Cups is saying something beautiful is going to occur for you. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to be all you. But I do see support. I do see support. That's one thing that I do see in this reading. Now, before we end, I do want to clarify this Hermit card, because that's been coming out all reading. And we're going to do all upright. And if it so happen fall in a reverse, we'll take notice of that as well. Okay, you guys had literally 4. This came out in reverse. You guys been in a connection where the only way that you're going to get restored to peace is if you cancel, if you let this person go. Because it even talks about how this has been more so like a karmic connection, or it's been feeling karmic-y, like they say, right? So yeah, there's something that's not finished with this process. Like I said, you guys may move or like kind of move away from this situation, leave the house or something, but there's still things that have to get taken care of. Like I said, this is finished signing divorce papers, making sure all the assets are going to be distributed correctly, making sure that your job, give you all your PTO. There's still things that need to be taken care of. So when this happens, I always tell you guys to still act in a diplomatic manner, fashion. Because anytime this is not complete and you guys act out of character, it can change your results, okay? If you guys get what I'm saying, all right? And then you have the Ace of Pentacles and the upright. Look at that. Whole brand new beginning. And we even talked about your money too. We talked about that, right? So even with this, there could be, and we talked about that new beginning. That was the only card that even remotely said it. And it really wasn't. I just went off of what I kind of saw. Everything else was 4s and 5s. So here with the new beginning, there's going to be a flourishing energy that's going to happen. And that's what we talked about with your money. So a lot of you have been having problems with your finances. Things are definitely going to be getting better for you. It is going to take time though. Okay, so this is not going to happen overnight. I mean, even if you're talking about a court case, if we're talking about alimony, child support, and things of that nature, you're not going to be getting that money overnight. It is a process. And so if you have $30,000 and back child support, it may take you 6 months of that court case. But baby, when it comes in. So it goes that way with any situation, meaning if you have, had bankruptcy issues, you've been having a whole lot of problems, that type of stuff, give it about 6 to 7 months in order for this stuff to start working. But I do see that you will flourish, okay? Things are going to get so much better for you. And I like the fact this is totally not my card. I will never use the Ace of Pentacles to talk about somebody new. This is like you've already met somebody, right? And this is more so going into a committal relationship. But I want to say this is absolutely correct. Why? Because at the bottom of the deck, this is what you have. You had the Lovers in the upright. So, I mean, it came out in a really good way. So for a lot of you, you are moving towards peace. You are stabling out. Ace of Pentacles talks about stabling out emotionally and financially. Your world has just been turned upside down, dealing with people who have just, like, you trusted with all of your heart, and they let you down. So I do see that a lot of you are going to have to almost start over, basically, based on what I'm seeing. So, but the universe got you. Okay, the universe got you. The universe got you here. Capricorn, like I said, Capricorn, you guys have double on double readings, because I did kind of forget about you guys last week. So I'm going to make sure I have a love reading. It's going to be live. I'm not going to do any of your readings recorded. Probably not, because I want you guys' energy when I read it. Okay. So this is what I have for you. Let me see what some of you guys were saying, because I just kept on seeing you guys in the comment section talking about Virgos, and it just kept, every time I say Virgo, you're like, yes, it's a Virgo. So somebody says soon to be ex-husband not paying and doesn't want to leave. Wow. Okay, so that definitely resonated with you. Yep, August 5th, I signed my final paperwork. Yep, that's what I saw. Paperwork dealing with anything dealing with court system, government, still part of the government. When we saw that whole fortress energy, the castle energy. You said you hit it right on the head with that Virgo person. Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Virgos, baby. They can, I've read on some Virgos, and it can be pretty nasty. He said, damn, is all Virgos bad apples? No, not even remotely. Not even remotely. All right, guys, make sure you have your notifications on, because when we come back, we are going to be doing your love readings. You guys hear me? Make sure you have your notifications on. I need you guys to be involved just as much as Sagittarius and Virgos and Taurus. You guys have to be involved, because that's why I keep doing theirs, because they're always commenting and they're very much so engaging. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I love you guys. I'll see you back here.